Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we have checked out the Casper Van Dien classic, and that is, of course, Skeleton Man.
I'm so bony.
Skeleton Man. He's full of boners.
Okay, two things. Three things. One, I heard a doorbell ring. I don't know who that was. Four things. One, I heard doorbell ring. Two, Aaron said something and got cut off. Three, AJ's like acting like there's ghosts or something. I don't know.
No, we're dropping frames left and right.
We're not dropping any frames.
It's you, dude. We're fine over here.
Yeah.
I got frames out the asshole.
I got gig speed internet now,
Dude,
AJ.
just because
Rebecca's got 8 frames per second going on.
Yeah, Rebecca's looking great right now.
Wow, all right. It was just when the video
that
was
was all a
playing.
jumbled mess on my end.
What was
The video.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Cutaways
God.
and stuff.
Oh,
Like everything's fine here when we're talking. It's just when the video is up.
I did.
Always so much internet traffic that can be transported through cornfields, okay? Just deal with it.
I didn't.
Yeah, and there's a delay between what I hear and what I see.
Oh my
boy.
God.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
That's like
Oh
next
my-
level.
Do you want to disconnect and reconnect?
This is off
I'm
to
gonna.
Yeah, you might
pop
want
out
to.
and come
this is
back
off to
in.
a fantastic start. Do we need to restart this thing? Oh my
Oh,
God. Oh my
There
God.
she goes.
Oh,
Guys, we should just take another
oh.
week off. Yes.
Yeah, I think
That's
this
it.
Yeah,
is
I
the
think-
sign.
I think we should
That's
take
a
a
sign,
break.
all right.
It was
Going
a
out
good
of
run.
business.
Do we wait for Lindsay to come back and restart the
Well,
show?
we kind of have to at this point,
I don't
right?
think we need
Or
to
nah, we could
restart.
fucking
I
go
don't think
on.
we need to
We just go. We just go.
We're going with
Restart.
this.
Yeah.
We're not
We got
restarting.
it.
We're
Okay.
going.
Restart.
We're going
Yeah.
with
You
this.
guys are back.
No, we don't need to
Okay.
restart.
We're doing it live.
All right. Well, quality standards have clearly dropped. That's okay.
No,
We're keeping it
it's
positive.
better than
Chris.
last year.
Positive thinking.
I'm positive. Has everybody lubricated their podcasting joints and stuff? We haven't done this in a
Chris,
while.
I've been lubing
That's
for the last
now.
half hour.
And we're back, guys. And we're back.
My
We're
body is a wonderland.
Okay, John Mayer. We're back. It's been a while. It's been 2 weeks. We took 2 weeks off. I can't believe we actually came back. Is what I'll
Shocking.
And for this movie,
say. Well, all right.
Save it for the
Whoa.
podcast.
Christ, Jesus.
Wow.
This is banter time, not movie bashing time.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
Somebody
really,
doesn't
what
like
the fuck?
skeletons.
Somebody's got some skeletons in her closet.
Anyways,
That was a very mischievous laugh, too. They're onto me and my body's in the closet.
Aaron, you got like, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about what you got going on.
What?
But you were matching pretty well tonight.
Yeah.
What
stop.
do I got going on? What's wrong?
You're all like, I don't know. You
Dark
you
and
look like
brooding.
no. You look good.
You're in,
It's brooding. It's dark.
Yeah.
and
Like
brooding. I like
you're
it.
in a late '90s internet horror movie.
You're in horror
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No,
I was
it's-
thinking like Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagans kind of set up over there. I don't know.
Is it the vignette that's doing it?
It's the glasses.
It's the vignette. It's the nerd
Yeah.
glasses.
It's cool.
They're comfortable and they fit my face. My Steve.
It looks
Stevens
good.
face.
Visit that
There you
website.
go.
Your friends will get.
Yeah, is that better if I turn off the
vignette?
vignette?
No,
Those
keep
are
it
really
going,
big
man.
videos.
It's
Vignettes
badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the vignette's cool.
You look great, man. You look better than Chris on here right now.
Thanks, AJ. I appreciate the positive feedback
It's not a
instead
very
of the
high
constant
bar, but-
criticism from the former dictator.
Well, you know, he does his thing.
I wasn't criticizing. I was.
You just said you got something going on. I mean, look at you. And I'm like, thanks, Chris. Thanks a lot.
I would rather have something going on than nothing going on, right? If someone were to describe me.
You mean like Spiv's white
Take that as
walls?
a compliment. Exactly.
It accentuates the guitars, guys.
All right, guys. We're back. We're back. And this is a pick that has been on the wheel for a long time. This is Paul Lilienthal's pick of The Skeleton Man from 2004, starring one Michael Rooker and Casper Van Dien, who's just lighting up the screen with his beautiful eyes and face and acting, which is terrible.
And tanker truck driving skills.
And the editor, in a flurry to get the movie finished in 48 hours,
We'll get there.
crafted quite the epic that we are going to unpack here tonight, guys. But first, before we do that, AJ, can you tell me what Skeleton Man is about?
A skeleton riding a horse can teleport into our world on a whim. Could it be because an ancient Indian burial ground was disturbed?
Found this artifact.
Maybe?
Some might call it a Sleepy Hollow.
Will a group of random theater people in the woods pretending to be military specialists stop him?
I have underwater
military.
ballistic
I need
skills.
more grenades for my gun, sir.
Or will the audience be forced to watch reused forest footage for the majority of the film? In the 2004 classic that is Skeleton Man.
Skeleton.
That was excellent.
He's got a bone to pick with you.
Casper Van Dien wasn't in it. That not enough for me. I don't know what I was trying to say there.
I don't know. You said
You needed more Casper Van Dien muffin.
Casper.
I don't know what I was
Is that what
saying.
you said?
AJ, that was great. Great premise, whole section. Missed that. We haven't had that in a while because even before the last 2 weeks, you weren't even here for like the last 4 weeks or something. I don't even know how long.
no,
you've been
something
gone.
like that. Yeah.
We've been gone a long time.
Yeah. It's
Been a long time.
been working the entire time.
It's a good thing that mouth to ass resuscitation brought him back.
Ass to mouth.
I'm back.
AJ, what did it feel like?
When I was
Be
brought
gone.
back.
Like just to be gone and like free.
Well,
What did,
I don't know. Kind of like cutting off a relationship that's not working. You know, you get that breath of fresh air and relief that you thought you didn't have anymore, and then you just came back to life. You can relate, Chris.
oh yeah. No, I can't. My life is. This is all I have left, AJ.
So you're doing poor, is what you're saying.
I watched Saltburn and it wasn't good. Anyways,
Oh,
Aaron,
wow.
Yeah.
we have a section that used to be about covering things related to the movie. It
Yeah.
has now transpired and transgressed, I don't know the terminology, into you doing Photoshop. Can we move on to Aaron's history hole where he will probably have Photoshopped something together very hastily?
Maybe.
All right, here we go.
Whoa, what is that?
What is that?
Oh, that's
That's AJ. Yeah, it's just fucking like
Oh, the
it's
furnace.
like something's blowing up in his basement and shit. He's muted. Go ahead, Aaron.
All right, Skeleton Man. Some myths are real. I'm not sure what
Why
that's
does
really
Michael
supposed to
Rooker have a fleshlight for him? What the fuck?
My God.
Can you put that on YouTube?
mean. All right, fine. I have another more appropriate one, okay?
Oh, is that from Slither or what is that from?
Yep.
And is that Johnny Depp from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. That is terrifying. I don't know where to look.
Look at me. It is I. The Skeleton Man. Michael Rooker obviously stole the show with this movie, so I felt it made sense to pay tribute or homage to him by really recreating some of his characters. Like from Slither, he was amazing in.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, because this is like Sleepy Hollow meets Predator, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and of course, he's known from The Walking Dead too, with his special attachments. So, Skeleton Man, loosely starring Casper Van Dien.
I hope you never lose your hand.
If I do, I'm getting a fleshlight.
You're too perverted. You're too perverted.
They'll be like, "We could save it." I'll be like, "Take the hand, just take it." I don't need it. So, yes, our director for this film was Johnny Martin. You may know him from things like Skeleton Man, Case 13, Vengeance, A Love Story. He directed Hangman, which stars Al fucking Pacino.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably terrible. It's got Carl Urban, too. So I
Carl
think,
Urban. Carl
Huh?
Urban's great.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's got Carl
oh.
Urban and Al Pacino. And they let this guy direct it. I don't know.
Was it before this?
No, way after this. So this is from 2004, March 1st, 2004, where Hangman's from 2017. So there's a little bit of history for you. Yeah. Yep. So our writer for this was Frederick Bailey. And yes, I know I haven't changed the history hole at all compared to last year. I forget what we talked about as improvements. But he wrote Wheels of Fire, Circle of Fear, Raiders of the Sun, Terminal Justice,
AJ.
Fly by Night, The Girl with No Number, Deep Gold, Angel Camouflaged, L. Frank Baum, The Man Behind the Curtain, Threat of Exposure, which is what Spiv's always worried about, Goodbye America, Body Shot. This guy wrote all sorts of stuff.
He wrote Wheels of Fire?
Yep, Equalizer 2000, Silk, Demon of Paradise.
Okay.
I mean, this guy, we should check out more of his stuff.
Well, a bunch of those are some Sirio H. Santiago
That's what I'm
movies
talking
that AJ
about.
would love.
I'm not sure how he got involved in
Thirsty
Skeleton Man.
Wastelands.
Yeah. I couldn't really find a whole lot about this. This is a direct-to-TV movie.
What? Who would put this on TV?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Sci-fi or
channel.
something like that. It was filmed in Bulgaria, of all places.
Interesting.
I think the
assumed it
budget
was
was like
California.
$2 million is what they're saying. It's just a pure estimate, though. There's really not a whole lot to talk about.
A lot of that money.
That's like what 1.8 million to Casper Van Dien.
That's
Worth it.
insane.
Worth
The
it.
rest to Michael Rooker.
Oh, man.
Thanks.
So I don't really have anything else to talk about. I just wanted you to stare at this. Stare at it, Chris.
Party City supplied the costumes.
Yep.
That was great. This is okay. Whatever.
Look at that, Chris.
Yeah.
I love Slither,
Slither is a fucking
really
great movie.
good.
I want to go watch that. It's been a long time.
and I like that Johnny Depp movie too,
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow's a
Which-
fun movie too.
Casper Van Dien was in as well.
Yes, he was.
My God.
Yeah.
Ooh, connection.
It's pretty
Although-
ridiculous.
I will admit, this picture kind of looks like Michael Rooker is like putting Michael Jackson in a stranglehold or something.
What is that image actually from?
It's from Slither. It's Elizabeth Banks, but I put Johnny Depp's head on.
Oh,
Man, Slither, man.
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Thank you, Aaron, for that history hole. Time to move on and talk about the Skeleton Man. So here we go. Hey everyone, this is Chris, and just reminding you in the still of tonight to go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up. For $2 a month, you get access to the exclusive bonus podcast pre-show, as well as other bonuses. That's patreon.com/badmovienightshow. All right, the Skeleton Man. AJ, what did you think of the 2004 smash hit Skeleton Man?
I think this was chosen to torture us a little bit, to be honest. I was really set on the trailer and the concept. You know, I love Sleepy Hollow. I love the idea of a skeleton man running around slaughtering people. Very cool. And
I can agree with AJ because
Yeah.
in kindergarten, AJ wrote this comic book called Bone Man or something. That
Ghost
I was
Town, right?
Ghost. I was into it, and it was all these bone people. I remember
Yeah.
that distinctly. Yeah,
He's got it right.
he's got it. It was literally kindergarten.
I literally have it right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
The original copy, no less.
That is
My mom
amazing.
laminated for me.
Can we get that turned into a t-shirt?
Dude, it's
Shit, I didn't mean to point
Yeah,
this, but
it's so
whatever.
funny. It's literally right here.
That's
funny.
amazing.
And what are the odds?
Yeah.
You'd have it right there.
He prepared
Yeah.
that for sure.
Yeah.
No, I don't know why I was sitting right there, but yeah. I was really on board for the idea. It seemed really cool. The trailer looked amazing, and then we saw some of that reused blown up house footage. Like, we were all pretty pumped. But my God, when this movie was just brutal in like the worst kinds of ways possible. Like, all the characters are supposed to be military experts, but look like random theater people. It made no sense. They're in the woods for 90% of the movie, seeing the same shots reused over and over again. There's no story other than this guy just teleporting around. It was fucking awful. It was so fucking awful. There were some fun, memorable moments, which we will talk about, that were silly, and this will be a fun one to talk about for sure, but in no way was this a good movie.
Okay. Aaron, what did you think?
Have you ever like freebased all the drugs at once and just sat around and wrote down crazy batshit ideas that came to you? And you're like, man, that's a great idea. The problem is you never stop freebasing all the drugs to realize how bad of an idea it is to mash up Predator and Sleepy Hollow, or the story of the Headless Horseman. Basically, is what this is. I don't understand how anybody thought those were two things you want to mash up. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Casper Van Dien was awful. Michael Rooker obviously stole the entire show. I mean, he's amazing comparatively.
Casper Van Dien was awful?
Yeah, he just
was
was
awful
fine.
in this.
It took me a long time to figure out that he was even in
you
the
got to
movie.
make sure you oil your gun.
Two things. Casper Van
like
Dien
beans.
is always awful, and Casper Van Dien is awesome at the same time.
You know what,
I don't
Chris?
care
You're
what
not
you say.
hot.
Exactly. You're not hot.
You're not hot. No, it didn't make any sense. And the like Predator, at least like the Predator can be hurt. They know they can kill it. This thing is more supernatural, and it's just a pure bullet sponge. Like, they are doing zero damage to this thing throughout the entire movie.
Just keep
yeah.
firing, though.
I do
There's no
like-
strategy.
It'll
It's just
work
like, just
sometime.
keep shooting assholes.
I like in Predator when he goes, "If it bleeds, we can kill it." And in this,
Yeah.
she goes, "If it breathes, I
I
can kill
wanted
it."
to throw my phone at the wall when she
Yeah.
said that. I was like, "Oh, fuck you, movie. Fuck you."
I think
mean-
yeah.
If Adrian Brody was in this,
Ugh.
that would have
I would've
been.
He is, Chris.
I
He
would've
plays the
saved-
Skeleton Man.
Would have saved the movie. I mean, Skeleton Man was pretty badass, frankly.
Skeleton Man, pretty badass.
Pretty
Man was
badass.
okay.
Pretty badass.
I mean, that's a home run.
He was fake
was
half
Chris,
the
this
time.
is what we should remake. Skeleton Man.
Yeah, I
Be
know.
fucking badass.
This could be
It's a
Witchcraft
$1 million
17.
franchise on our
Yeah.
hands there. Anyways,
Halloween costume of the year.
yeah, we got Party City and start this fucking shit this weekend. So. Rebecca, what did you think?
I
Really?
thought it was awful. I watched it. I watched it 2 weeks ago. I don't remember
Wow.
most of it, but
It was tough.
yeah, it was really, really
Not
bad.
a big fan.
And hard to watch.
Nothing. Didn't. Not even Casper Van Dien.
I like the beans.
Could it be any more like racist?
Did you bring me any beans?
The shaman.
Beans is good.
Oh my god.
Beans are good. You heat them up and they're good to go.
I am a pretty big bean fan.
Oh yeah. I had beans tonight.
I
Black
thought he was going to
beans?
be a
Oh,
callback to.
I had red beans and
rice.
rice.
Oh, so good, AJ. Yeah.
So
I hear
good.
I was thinking his character was going to be kind of like a callback to Billy in Predator, who's Native American, like is the tracker, has some really odd dialogue at times, and is sort of.
He's barely in it. Like
He
it was
just detoured to give this guy beans, and he could start telling a story,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, you need something to happen, I
Hot
guess.
dump. Yeah.
Big fan. Lindsay, what'd you think?
I hated this movie. I hated it.
Yeah?
I hated it so much. It was so boring. It bored me. And that's the worst thing a movie can do is
That's
bore
true.
me.
That's true.
Yeah.
And and everyone was bad in it. Michael Rooker was fucking phoning it in this movie.
Oh yeah, but he's still
Big
light years ahead.
time.
Well, why would he
Right.
try
Oh my
when he was
God.
surrounded
and
by
I don't fucking
stinkers?
blame the dude. I don't blame him at all because this is just a hunk of shit. this movie.
It's a hunk of shit you can't get off your butt. It's just stuck there.
It's just stuck there, and you're like, just end, just
Wipe
go
it
away.
furiously.
A bidet, people. Get a bidet.
Wiggling around.
And I thought there was like maybe 20 minutes left in the movie, and I went to click on it, and I was 30 minutes in,
yeah.
and I'm like, no, there cannot be another fucking hour of this bullshit.
It felt even longer
was
than it
so-
actually was.
Oh my god, it made me so angry.
Chris,
Fair.
do you remember when our yellow lab ate your rubber band ball? And it was like pooping for weeks with turds just stuck to it, and they would be like bouncing around.
Oh my
as you
God.
try and run away from them.
Disgusting.
What? I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
That's what this movie is. It's just a turd springing off your butt.
I had a
Wow.
rubber band ball?
We had a rubber band ball.
Dude, that's
got it to
badass.
us. Yeah.
How did we get that?
I don't know.
Oh, man. All right, sorry, Lindsay. Go ahead.
sorry.
And they're ripping things off, but they can't even do that right. They can't even rip things off correctly.
It's not that they can't. They choose to not to because they're
Oh
so
my
goddamn lazy.
God, hated it.
Big fan. Spiv.
Yeah, this the opening scene with like the archaeologist guy, and there's something
That
about
was cool.
Indian burial grounds, and
Yeah,
the guy
that was cool.
pops out of the ceiling and murders everybody and chases
good.
him to the electrical room. That was awesome. And then the rest of the movie is just like it makes no difference to the plot.
Okay, how does he pull a skeleton out of the guy's stomach?
It
He
was
reaches
cool,
through and
whatever.
grabs it.
Dude.
Golly,
Grabs.
Yeah.
oh,
That's what that edit was,
badass.
Aaron. That's what that edit is. You see,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I see it now.
And I was like,
Golly, ma.
skeleton man. Fuck yeah.
And
It
there
was
was some
pretty awesome.
great gore, but
Yeah.
But then we get an hour of random jungle scenes that aren't even the jungle, and and then for some reason they end up at a chemical plant at the end.
Yeah, what the
the
fuck?
story made no sense.
well, they had chemical
cool.
plant explosion footage. They had
Exactly,
used,
yes.
So
Right.
And then
Right.
why did Casper Van Dien sneak off and drive a tanker truck on the
Oh,
road and
oh,
crash?
we'll get to it.
Well,
We'll get to it.
we're gonna get that.
Let's
We're
not
gonna
talk
get
about
that.
all
We're
the
gonna-
best parts of the movie,
We're gonna
alright?
get that. We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
No, terrible movie.
Not a big fan.
Not a big fan. No.
Okay.
Damn it, Paul.
This movie, in some ways, I think, you know how like witchcraft, there's very few movies where like you can watch it and you're like, every single aspect of this movie is dumb. Like it is like just low effort, just incredibly stupid. And this is one of those movies where it's like, at times I'm like, oh wow, they may have put a lot of effort into some of the stuff, but then they do zero effort in other things. It makes no sense. And there's a bunch of sequences that feel like it's just footage from other movies.
yeah.
I understand the Predator thing. I really do, because it's like, well, we have the Skeleton Man. Let's just rip the plot off another movie. That way it's easy to write. You know what I mean? We can write this thing like that. You just pull all the elements from that.
Even I mean they have a skeleton man.
mean-
they have a black cape with a
There
skeleton.
was money
mask.
in this movie.
There was money in this
Right.
movie.
A lot of money.
And-
Not like 20 grand, like money.
Oh, they're doing this for a shitload of money, AJ.
They didn't spend it on the filming. That's for sure.
But the Predator is this incredibly designed, well executed creature that looks good in the daylight. The Skeleton Man is some asshole went to Party City and bought a shitty skeleton mask. That shit should have been shown in the darkness. You should have
Yeah.
barely seen this skeleton man.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah.
But they gave him a
Everything
tarp.
is-
They gave him
I
a
don't know
tarp.
what that was.
It was so shiny. This cloak was like super shiny.
It's magical.
It looked like pleather.
Sometimes it was wrinkly and sometimes it wasn't.
They sewed together all of Casper Van Dien's pleather pants and just made it into a tarp, like into a cloak.
That's how you save money, I guess.
I
And
guess.
they had like a ragtag group of people who
Ugh, pretending to be.
they were trying to give like characters to.
Yeah, can we talk
Captain
about
Leary,
what was the
Delta
ones
Force.
the
The
they're the
that
most
was, like,
random
underwater
specialists
explosives. Yeah.
ever put together on a planet.
Good thing you're
It
in the
made no
middle of the
fucking
woods.
sense.
And they
does-
just they
Yeah,
had
all
this
the,
one-
all the
my
men
God.
are Delta Force. And all the women, one is an underwater demolitions expert, and they're nowhere near any body of water. There's
Water.
a waterfall, but
Well,
there's no water.
But
they didn't
And
even
then
blow the
other
waterfall
two-
up.
Didn't blow
the
it
other
up.
ones are instructors.
Yeah.
They're
Yoga.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a good idea. You know those like HGTV shows
None
where
of
they're
them
like,
are
he's a
dressed
part-time
appropriately.
hamster wrangler and
Yeah.
she collects
That's what this cast
hair
was.
from
It's like
drains.
a reality TV
Right?
show.
We should do
cast.
that, but those are their ragtag elites.
That's exactly what this is. A bunch of random people
Yeah.
in a reality TV show in a movie for some reason, pretending to be military specialists. Like,
They-
can we talk
they
about
were-
how bad the costuming is? I mean, it's next level bad. It is
Terrible.
fucking
Yeah.
awful.
I don't think there was a costuming department, AJ. They said, hey, show up in some camo
They
fatigues.
said, "Hey, it's gonna be military."
Why is the
so
one guy,
do
like-
what you think that looks like?
Dressed up like a hippie, and like it makes no fucking sense.
Well,
Like,
and
Because they're
when
supposed
we-
to be undercover.
Yeah, when we learn about them, they're
As-
an undercover search
in
and
the
rescue
jungle
team.
of Bulgaria.
Yeah.
well, that was quick in the writing
undercover.
department, wasn't it? To solve the problem of
Mm-hmm.
my fucking god, this movie.
It reminds me of when we played paintball in high school and me and
I
my
was
friends
the-
would go to the army surplus store and just get the craziest
Right,
gear we
you
could
could
find.
literally do
Yeah, it's
that,
fun.
and
It
it would
was
have
so
been
fun.
better than what
It would have been
was
way
out
better
there.
because it was real stuff.
Yeah.
It just was
I mean,
old and
you could have done anything; would have been better than what they were wearing.
Right.
The movie follows Michael Rooker's squad
Yeah.
as they are investigating a location where another unit went
Went
missing.
missing.
They're supposed
Several
to be like
units.
100 kilometers.
And 2
or
weeks
something.
later, right?
From
It's
people.
yeah, it's similar to
Yeah.
Predator. You know, people went
Yep.
missing, and then they sent in a rescue team, and
But-
that went missing. So
but
they
they're
sent
like-
in the elites.
In like, where are they? They're like in fucking
But-
Pennsylvania or something.
but-
They're next
but-
to the road.
But imagine
So, yeah,
Predator
they're next
if
to
Arnold,
next
if
to
Arnold walked down.
I-95. They're next to I-95.
There's a scene
If-
with cars driving on the road.
If every
I-95.
5 minutes in Predator, I like the scene where the guy is fishing from the fucking mountainside and then gets thrown off the.
Oh man!
What is he fishing from? How long is that line?
And that is the
And the
fakest
bird?
tree behind him.
Oh man!
Uh,
But
Chris,
this was the
this would be
scenes that
like
made the
in-
movie.
it'd be like in Predator, you hear the bongo, like the music, and it like pans out, and there's like a themed restaurant like across the street.
Exactly.
The guy like playing like that's what it
If it
feels like.
wasn't for those scenes, though, this would have been unbearable. Like
Unbearable.
those scenes
Oh,
were
they made it
fun
fun.
and a breath of
Yeah.
fresh air, and how shitty they
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
My favorite is when they just the editor just randomly puts Casper Van Dien for like a second,
second,
reacting.
yeah.
Like just like,
He's in the woods.
that's it. And I don't
He's in
understand
the
why.
woods.
Anyways, go ahead, Lindsay. What were you gonna say?
Like I mentioned before that the gore is pretty good in this movie. We get a scalp ripped off, we get
Yeah, that
people
was cool.
impaled and shot with arrows, and their heads cut off and arms cut off. But after a while, everyone just kept getting impaled by the same stick. And you just
Yeah.
saw that
Right.
over.
Yeah.
It was the
It
same
got
thing
lazy.
over. Yeah, it got
Well, and-
very, very lazy.
Felt a bit like the Saint.
And they were
Saint
showing
at
the
that
same
point.
footage of them shooting at the trees, which were 3 different shots that they reused about 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, all
Every
the
time.
action scenes were so close
Yeah.
up. You had no spatial awareness of where
No.
anything was.
Because it was a shit show. That was so
good.
cool. That explodes.
That was pretty awesome.
I mean, yeah, it is. It is like in a video game where you're like shooting and it doesn't feel like you're hitting anything, even though you are. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just, it was pointless. There's so many scenes.
It's hard to watch that. Like when you're that tight all the time, it stresses the audience enough as it is. It's like watching that Quantum of
Messes with your
Solace
head.
movie, that horrible James Bond. They do the same thing with these insane tight shots all the time, and you can't fucking watch it.
There could be good use of that to bring like a claustrophobic feeling or a real sense of tension when used sparingly. But like you said, it's used all the time. It loses all sense. It's just
Well, it's just
frustrating.
constant.
Yeah.
You feel like you're watching a panned in or a cropped version of the film.
Because if they did a wide shot, you'd see that they're right next to the McDonald's.
I know. I heard it in the background. I like a liter of cola.
And like, where did this scene even come from?
So okay, so Casper Van Dien walks off by himself for
Yeah,
like,
because
for
he
hours.
walked out of the movie. That's
He
what
walked
really
out of the
happened.
movie.
Yeah, he said, "Fuck
Right,
this
he was
shit."
done.
He steals a
Yeah.
guy's truck and
Yeah.
then he immediately like okay, hold on, let's just
He
That's
made it-
a neighborhood.
Wow.
where does this reaction? He is outside.
I know. I was laughing
Yeah.
so hard.
He's driving
that's
the
because
truck.
he wasn't on the movie anymore.
He wasn't in the movie.
All
Then-
all that footage is just a stuntman in the truck getting into it.
That's
It's not even him.
a street corner. There's a
Yeah, it's another film.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
understand this at all. What happened here? It jumps around. The skeleton man is outside, then he's a car, and then Casper Van Dien crashes the
And
truck.
explodes.
That's by far the best scene in the movie, though.
Oh, easily the best scene.
That's the sad
Sure,
part.
it's
We
file
needed
footage.
It should have went from there immediately into scenes from what's the Stephen King one with the trucks?
Oh, Maximum
Maximum
Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive.
Overdrive.
That would have been
Maximum
amazing.
And then he
Overdrive.
just wakes up randomly in the woods on the ground.
Maybe that's why he's dressed that way, because they had
There
to
he is.
match the footage from the semi
Probably.
crash. That's
There's-
why he's
there's-
dressed.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, do more of it because it's gonna help the movie. All right.
There's a couple moments though throughout the movie, especially during the beginning, where Casper is like talking to some of the women, and it feels like there's like chemistry or something that's gonna happen. But
He's gross.
You gotta make sure you oil
Excuse
your
me?
weapon.
Casper is gross.
Uh-oh.
He's not hot,
He's
Chris.
angry.
Oh my god.
I mean, if he's stalling,
In the way he talks.
Oh
to them,
yeah,
yes.
no, but
yes.
but like it always felt like they were going somewhere with it, but it just never goes anywhere.
you know what they needed? A scene of him licking up stuff at the bottom of a bathtub, Chris. Then you'd be on board, right?
Yeah, that
Just
I'd
like
be on
Saltburn.
board. Terrible movie.
Well, then they try to shoehorn this whole native element with the old guy saying
Yeah, I
it's this
fell asleep at
Cottonmouth
that
Joe
point.
character, which was the original name for the movie, is Cottonmouth Joe. But the character design does not match any of the bullshit that he's talking about.
Is that
And
a typical Native American name though? Cotton
No,
Joe?
no,
That seems
No, it's racist.
exactly right.
really bad.
It's
The whole movie is.
That sounds like white guy buys a casino and has a statue
Isn't
of
that
it.
like a
Those scenes were
song?
pretty sweet, though. But that was from
Yeah, that was-
Predator,
I think
right?
I don't know. I saw one guy that looked
like
like he
actual
just had
Predator footage.
sweatpants on in this scene, but this was probably from a different movie as well.
Yeah, it's definitely.
What is
Yeah.
What
From
was
Predator,
that
I just watched
backstory?
That's not Predator.
what was that song about? Cotton Eye Joe.
What?
That's a song,
Cotton
right?
Eye Joe. Cotton
Where did it
Eye
come
Joe.
from?
That's a totally. What are you talking?
Caught an eye.
yeah, that's Cotton
Cotton
Eye.
Eye. Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton
Isn't that
Eye
what he is in this movie?
Joe.
No,
No.
Cotton Mouth.
Cotton
What are you
Mouth.
talking about right now? Like, what the fuck
All right,
is happening?
I thought it was the same as the song name.
Cotton
I
Eye
got,
Joe.
Eyes.
I got it now. I got it now.
Eyes.
The
Where did
scene I
Casper Van Dien
laughed
go?
the hardest at was the scene where they all put on grease paint, but none of them put on grease paint. Just
One
like
little
putting
swipe.
on blush.
I like
I
the
don't know if you have
helicopter.
that clip, but
No.
it's terrible.
Oh, there were two
I,
helicopters.
I wanted the whole helicopter to explode when he did that though.
So
They
the
didn't.
majority
They
of the
couldn't.
movie is literally once you get in this forest, there's just beats from Predator. Like you have a member of the gang who's like, I'm gonna hang back, and that is the Billy scene, kind of, or the Carl Weathers scene, I
Yeah,
guess.
you
Yeah.
get the
R.I.P. Carl Weathers.
R.I.P. Carl Weathers. You have
you got your Jesse Ventura character.
you have a scene where it's doing the like imitation of other people. I
Yeah.
think I have a scene of that, but pretty much like all the scene from Predator.
Guys, don't leave me here like this. Not like this. On my own. I'm in so much pain.
It's screwing with our heads. We saw him die. He's dead.
Whose voice is that? It sounds like an old man.
It's Cotton Eye Joe in the background.
But
Where'd he come from? Where'd he go?
whose voice is he mimicking?
I don't know what character he's supposed to be mimicking either.
He's not. This is not that clever. They just forgot to turn off the TV that was in the background. It's like The Price is Right or something.
Go with it. Just go
It was
with it.
so brutal to watch. Like 20 minutes in, and we're still in the fucking woods. I was dying watching this. I don't know about you guys, but
was
I
a
was
long time
trying
in
to
the woods.
stop it. Oh my god,
No,
Oh, this was
bad.
it was torture to get through this.
it
And
was
then-
awful.
The skeleton man rides a red horse, and then it turns into a black
The
horse,
skeleton
and
man
then it
has-
turns back into a red horse.
Well, he's badass.
75 different horses.
How many
Using
times did
file footage.
how many times did he warp around? It's like Battleship Galactica here. He's jumping over the fucking
All right,
place.
all right. Battlestar
The
Galactica
horse was the
is a
real
classic.
hero,
How
though.
dare you?
Those horses running through those explosions are the real heroes.
Oh, that one horse.
I don't know
was
how
so
those poor things did.
terrifying.
Yeah, my
They
God.
were
When the
very
trees were all
scared.
exploding, yeah.
With one of the horses, it wasn't a real rider.
Yeah, it was just like a.
You could
thing,
tell that it was
right?
just like a prop on the horse, and then for some of the horses there were actual riders. So I think it depended on what they were shooting, which horse they used.
Lots of different
but
horses.
The continuity was
Well-
terrible.
Well, okay.
Save
So
a horse, ride a skeleton man.
so at one point before we're introduced to the
Leave your fantasies out of this.
so this military group shows up.
Undercover search and
Investigating.
rescue team, Chris.
They immediately start getting attacked by the skeleton man, but every 5 minutes they run into a shaman who likes beans, who recants the whole story of
I
skeleton
like
man.
beans.
I have,
ran it-
I have a question, though.
Okay.
Is this military group anywhere near the people from the beginning of the movie?
No.
Guess they're supposed
Well-
to be.
Well,
They
didn't
found
they
the
find
body.
something?
Yeah.
We
'Cause
never
the one-
see Indian burial
They
site. We-
find the
So-
body of the one merc because the one woman laments
Yeah.
like, he trained me. He
That's
has
right.
good knife skills.
But do we ever
Sometimes,
find the
yeah.
bodies of the archaeologist people or the electricians?
I
Oh,
don't
the
know if
house
they-
blew up.
Well,
they said that they
The
have died.
remnants
That
of
was
the
a different
house?
movie too.
That was they said that was like
that
a
was
month.
a different movie.
That was they mentioned in the movie that had happened a month prior to the people
Yeah.
going lost in
Hmm.
the woods. That's a long time
Yeah,
jump.
but you gotta
That
pay.
is
the
And you
a
got to
long
remember
time.
on the
The
map,
forest.
I-95 is north to south. They just
I-95.
walk along it. You know, you're not going to get lost. It's,
But the thing that threw me off is at one point there's this whole scene where like there's a tower and Skeleton Man's like
yeah,
killing
the
people in it.
Verizon Tower, so badass.
But what is this scene about? I don't
I don't
understand
know.
what happened in this scene
It's
and
a
why.
military base or something?
Oh, I thought it was just like it's the cell phone tower.
If he had come back
Locked
to
out.
kill like Native Americans that were descendants of the people he murdered or something, it would be some connection.
Like a
I
plot,
think
like
it's
a story?
well because they say it's Cherokee Mountain is the place they're at,
Okay.
No, there's
and
no plot
that
for this.
you know that it's native lands, and these people are there doing stuff on native lands, and the Skeleton Man wants them to go away because they're disturbing native lands. I don't know. That's what I
But-
took
but-
from it.
but-
But it's
Okay.
it's such a loose
in-
connection.
It's a
and they
Scooby-Doo
don't-
description.
Yeah, well,
Guys,
what it is.
guys.
That's exactly what this movie
In
is.
one moment, when the shaman gets his beans, he recants the story of the origins of the
I
skeleton.
like
man.
beans.
and it makes no sense.
It's a
like-
mess.
yeah.
It doesn't go with the
Okay,
movie.
but
at
then
all.
later in the movie, Michael Rooker reminisces about all the people that died under his command and scenes from other movies, which
Yes.
was pretty cool as
Yep.
well.
That was cool. That was
It was
cool.
very cool. Very cool
It was
stuff.
definitely scenes from other movies.
And I
Was
like
that before or after Casper Van Dien dies?
Well,
After, I think.
Okay.
after.
Casper
Yeah.
Van Dien crashed a truck and got killed in a horribly edited sequence. But then he shows
so
up
cold.
later when they find him again, and he's like, and then he just dies, and he added nothing again later. So I'm,
Well, he had to hold on till someone could find him.
okay. So they discover nothing. They make it to the chemical factory at the end, or the electric factory,
Yep.
and not the place
Philadelphia.
in
Not
Philly, which did
all
look
had
like
a
a
metal
pretty.
show.
It was a pretty cool looking set because it was like a
Yeah, it was really
building.
cool. I wish we would have gotten that set sooner, frankly.
Yeah.
I
get
might
out
have
of the
been half
forest.
alive
Yeah.
by then.
I don't know. With all of their costumes, I was feeling like that German safety video where the guy like goes around and murders people with a forklift and things.
That's very fair.
I don't understand this. We've been shooting at him for hours. He's not getting hurt.
That's
Why are you going to
nothing.
chase him down and try and shoot
That
him
is
more?
that is
He's
the
got a
biggest
shotgun
problem
this time.
with the movie. From scene one,
They're
That's
all
the
out of
biggest
ideas.
problem.
They tried literally nothing. They tried one
what I
thing.
wanted was a wormhole where they jump through where the
do
skeleton
like
man works.
wormhole,
We
don't
go
you?
into hell, and then we defeat him in hell. Because that would be
That would be
fucking
cool.
awesome. It could have been Slider style even. I would have went with that.
I can't believe they haven't brought back sliders and redone that.
Because if they did, it'd just be you watching it.
They had that timeless or whatever. It was kind of a similar concept.
Sliders was cool. I don't give a
Sliders
fuck
more
what
like
you say.
Sliders was
Sliders
a cool concept.
badass. Yeah. Bad fucking. Okay, so the
Dude, it might not
skeleton man,
hold up well, but
the
back in the
skeleton
day.
man who can jump through portals of time,
It's cool.
Is impervious to bullets.
He has force
so cool.
powers too.
He has force powers, but somehow at the end, Michael Rooker just blows him up, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, but then he's back at the credits.
Well,
back
we'll
when
get the
they-
stinger, but
Oh,
still,
is he?
Skeleton Man,
I didn't bother
yeah.
watching the credits.
but like, why would he even think this would work?
Because it's from another movie.
Because they needed something to explode.
And the Skeleton Man kind of looks like when I was a kid, there was these toys. You know what I'm talking about? I had like a castle. The like
like- it
bone
looks
guy.
like
He-Man? He's
Skeletor.
talking about He-Man?
Skeletor
What was his
from
name? What was his
He-Man.
name?
He-Man.
Skeletor?
Skeletor. I said Bone Lord. It's not Bone Lord.
That was your nickname in high school.
Okay.
Skeletor was pretty cool.
Skeletor
In
was
college.
Did you have the hologram one where you can like move him and like his face would like hologram?
I didn't have
cool. No,
that.
Fucking
somebody,
badass.
somebody had money.
Well, make good toys. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. And that leads us to the end scene, which I do have. We can take a look here.
What the hell happened in there? It's over. It's all over.
See, Chris, now you need to edit this and have him wake up in The Walking Dead.
Damn, that'd be badass.
It would be badass. But it's not over, is it, guys? Oh, no. That was good.
I like how they reversed the credits. That was a nice touch.
Sean's got some
boy.
alternate titles that I think you need to read out loud, Chris.
Dude, this movie was something else. I don't know.
Predator.
Like, I didn't enjoy this, but there is so much stupid stuff in it that it is pretty funny.
It is funny,
Yeah.
and it was torturous.
It was way
It's
too
funny when you break it down into little chunks, but when you have to sit there and watch it for an hour and a half,
I
it's
thought
not that funny.
And I mean, there's some things that we didn't mention. Like, they run into the two poachers just so the Skeleton Man has more people to kill. Otherwise, they serve no purpose within the story. And there's
I remember
shit
the
like that.
the bottom of the hill with all the dead bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been
Rooker
like where the warp got
tumbles
stuck.
down a cliff, lands in a pile of bodies and skeletons and such.
Yeah.
Gets rescued, pulled back up. What was down there? Nothing. Don't ask
Don't
me
ever-
again.
Yeah.
What? That's like
Yeah,
the perfect
'cause-
opportunity to have like a story.
That's
Well, it's
probably from
because
another
that was all the
scene.
footage they had from the
Nah,
other
Yeah.
movie
don't do that
spin-offs. They
here.
couldn't talk about it anymore.
When the editor put it together, he didn't know those two scenes were going to go together.
Right.
So you're gonna do?
It legit does feel like they weren't able to film a lot of the movie, and so
Right.
then
Yeah.
the editor was forced to kind of just hobble something together.
yeah. Can you imagine being the editor on this? It'd be fucking awful.
Boy.
I mean, his solution was to interject Casper Van Dien's reaction, like at an eagle for some reason all the time.
Because it's funny.
The skeleton man turned into the eagle, right?
What did
I don't
Casper Van
know.
Dien do other than just talk to people randomly and be like,
Put a dip in.
I wear my watch on the right arm.
He stole a truck.
I like grilled cheese with cheese on the outside. You're like, what are you talking about, you weirdo?
You couldn't steal a truck.
You wouldn't steal a truck. You could steal the internet.
I don't know.
Like, he had added nothing. He literally added nothing to this movie.
I thought the first 5 minutes was varied and interesting, with the archaeologist getting killed and then
Yeah, it
running
was.
and then finding like this power thing
was
and
cool.
then going in there. Like it was like okay,
Good
cool.
start.
But once you get in that forest, man, that forest just kills this fucking movie.
Where the hell did Michael Rooker get a landmine?
Yeah, that's true.
He's a military undercover search and rescue team.
'Cause he
He
was
found it in the
make-
pile of bodies.
Well, he was making something with a grenade and like a beer can or something, and then all of a sudden he's got a fucking landmine, and I'm like, where did that come from? Did he make that of the grenade and the beer can?
He's
You
just
do
that
that in
good.
PA. You don't do that in Iowa? Grenades with beer cans and stuff?
It's just so disappointing. Because
That
look
looks
at
like a
that.
ghost video.
Skeleton Man is badass, right?
Skeleton Man is bad.
We can all
fucking ass.
agree. Bad fucking ass, and they
Yeah.
fucked it up.
They fucked it up badly.
It could
How
have
do you
been an
fuck that
American
up?
classic. Telling you.
he looks more like Death there from like Bill and Ted or something.
Yeah.
He looks like the skeleton.
Still better than most shit out there. Just saying.
Well, maybe you should buy the rights to Skeleton Man and make a sequel.
The name's not bad if it was like a kid, like, did you hear about the Skeleton Man? And it's like some, fairy tale. Or
I mean, the
something
story's
that comes to life.
simple. Some kids are in a graveyard. They take his skull, and he enacts revenge on all the kids in
Jacko,
town.
you fuck. That's
It is
Jacko.
Jacko. It's Skeleton Man.
Come on, you could do a spin-off like Skeleton Ham. It's about a pig that died or something.
Nobody
Comes
else.
back and kills
And then
people.
he's just murdering kids. It'd be amazing.
Nobody
Skeleton
else watches
Hand.
Jacko.
Just stick with the Indian burial ground. I mean, it's been
Yeah,
done
it's
forever,
Poltergeist.
But yeah,
You
make
gotta stay away
Poltergeist
from
again.
Indian content.
They didn't even rip off Predator correctly.
No.
Like they would start a shot and it would like the Predator vision would just start. Like they didn't cut to Predator vision. They would just like transition to it. And then they'd transition it off, but they'd still be the same scene. I'm like, it doesn't work that way.
No. It was refreshing though, this color palette that they chose for Predator Vision. It wasn't bad.
It was nice.
I
literally.
literally do not remember them using Skeleton Vision at all in this movie.
Oh, they definitely used it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
See,
Yeah,
what
it's
should
like
have
kind of
happened is like in
idea.
every Dark Souls game or something, when you kill the skeleton guy, they slowly regrow back
Yep.
into the
And
skeleton
you have to
man.
kill him again.
Oh,
before
that'd be so cool.
That would have been cool. Like blow his arm off, and then it's like.
And you have to like take
back,
his
yeah.
bones away from him before they
Yeah,
grow
you have
back.
to separate his bones.
Yeah, you keep
That'd
the
be
bones in
awesome.
different containers.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. Anyways, anything else with Skeleton Man, or can we move on?
I don't know. I think a 3-year ban, 2-year ban,
Paul,
I think Paul gets at least a 1-year ban.
1-year ban.
I think we wanted a bad movie and he picked a bad
Yeah,
movie.
He did. He
I
honestly
think he
did.
delivered. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a deliver, and it had some moments. It did have some moments.
It's not as entertaining as Witchcraft, though.
No.
No.
Nope.
All right, AJ, would you recommend the Skeleton Man?
I cannot recommend the Skeleton Man. I do like the idea of a skeleton man because that's cool, but
Yeah.
that's all that was good in the movie. You can't make this shit up. It was unbearable.
Great concept. Aaron.
AJ, was that like skeleton comma man? Like, I really like the idea of a skeleton man. or is it like a skeleton man? A skeleton man?
Skeleton
Like,
man?
skeleton man?
Skeleton.
Oh no, I can't recommend this in good faith. This is pretty bad. I mean, there's some entertaining things that we talked about. When you break it down in small chunks, it's kind of interesting or fun at least. But you could cut this into a 4-minute short, and it might be great.
Rebecca.
Yeah, that's a no from me.
Lindsay.
No, there's like I said, there's some good gore and there's some funny stuff to talk about in this movie, but it's just fucking boring. It's boring.
Speaking of boring, Spiv.
It's more boring than me, guys.
Damn.
You're not that boring, Spiv.
Yeah, give yourself some credit.
Kind of look like a mad scientist right now.
My hair is frizzy today. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's better than Saltburn.
Wow.
That's exclusive pre-show content. Chris.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Do we want to move on to the game first, or we want to do the AI music video?
AI music video.
Oh, did you
yeah.
not listen to the?
Yeah, save the
last-
game for last. Save the best for last, right?
Okay, so we'll do the AI music video now.
Sure.
All right. This is this.
Chris, did you
Oh
recommend?
no, it's awful, but it is better than Saltburn. All right, so this is the Skeleton Man song. Here we go.
Oh, skeleton man with your hollow grin. Get out your boner and let's begin. You're the life of the party and there is fun to be had. You're a skeleton man and I wish you were my dad. Boners, bone, daddy. Skeleton man is my bone daddy. Phalanges all over my face. Get out that boner and begin to chase. Skeleton man with the boner in his hand. Skeleton man is my bone daddy. Skeleton man.
Phalanges in my face? What the?
I don't know. So I just go to ChatGPT. I say, write me a song called Skeleton Man. It gives me some stuff. I go to the site to create the music. I put the lyrics in from ChatGPT and change them so they're more perverted and weird. And then I go to Night Cafe and I render a bunch of Skeleton Man.
I was surprised that ChatGPT used the word boner so frequently. So it makes sense.
No, I added
you modified
boner.
it. Yeah.
I added the boner.
Yeah.
We need another singer though, because that guy, I don't like that guy all the time.
Well, he's more of a rap kind of guy.
Yeah,
it doesn't really fit with
the theme of Skeleton
Man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I tried.
If you're gonna do that, do one with like Snoop Dogg's voice or something next time. That might be
I don't
fun.
literally have the options to do Snoop Dogg's voice.
Well, start paying a little more money and get it.
It's AJ's turn.
AJ's turn. All right, time to move on and play a game. Here we go.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind. Right, your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly fuzzy. Shall we play?
All right, let's get into skeletons. Talk a little bit about
Why did it
bones.
organize us this way? This is
So we can see each other.
yeah, but why? If you would do okay, whatever. Like,
What?
why- It's uneven. I don't know why it's uneven.
Well, change it. You have control. We
Yeah.
don't
I
have
have
control.
no control. Oh my god! Just go, Rebecca.
How many bones is a baby born?
231.
Yeah, all your bones.
No.
200 and
Except for your skull, like it's soft.
218.
They have more in their skull. That's 230.
Yeah, because they fuse together, right?
285.
Yeah.
They got to fit out.
Jeez.
That's what I said.
300 to start. How many bones does an adult have?
296.
301.
Well, right now.
me.
Yeah, I mean, before or after looking at Casper Van Dien.
Oh, God.
What happened to all my
206.
bones?
What happened to the other 94?
They, like-
94.
Your head is only like 4 that fused together. I need answers.
Well, it's not just your head.
What else?
We're not including teeth, right?
Teeth aren't bones.
27.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Fine, you,
Total bones in your hands and feet.
One.
yeah. How many total bones in your hands?
27.
3 per finger.
It's 4 per finger, right?
4 per finger.
15.
34.
Well, I guess if you include the part for in the palm. Too.
14 and a half.
32. 64.
It is.
Holy shit.
106.
Oh,
Wow.
that's wrists
Oh, and all
too.
the
Can you just
stuff,
3D
yeah.
print that now?
Wrists and ankles. Shit.
Metacarpals and metatarsals.
Phalanges.
Yeah.
My favorite dinosaur.
How many pounds of force can the femur withstand?
I don't know, Chris.
Force. And like what? Yeah,
On the
yeah,
person.
Chris. Fill us in.
Which way are we applying the force? Is this like a
Yeah,
crushing
sideways.
force? Is this
Just
a
like a
vertical
downward
force? Is it a-
pressure.
Just stop being a nerd and answer the fucking question.
Well, it matters.
500 pounds.
300 pounds.
7,000
No way.
pounds.
200.
Those weightlifters.
Well, I weigh
too.
300 pounds and my femurs are doing just fine. So it's definitely more than that. I'd say 2,000 pounds.
What?
A
Yeah.
That's
ton.
insane.
2,500. Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
My mom actually had her femur crushed when a motorcycle.
God.
Oh, wow.
good
That's
times.
awful.
Yeah.
Well, that's applying it in a different way, though.
Yep.
I'd walk it off.
Yep.
Yeah. You just tie those straps together and walk it off.
You're good. You got it. What percent of the world's animals are
that's tiny.
vertebrates?
Oh, like
Like,
90%, right?
1%.
No,
or something.
it's a small
There's
amount.
so many insects.
Oh, really?
out there.
Exactly.
Oh, that's true.
8%.
Insects. Fuck.
3.4%.
Are insects animals?
0.7%.
Yes.
That's lame. 7.
That's higher than I
Oh,
thought.
that's much higher than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, those crap.
A sea
spiders.
gooseberry.
A lot without.
What was that?
What?
Sea gooseberry.
Sea gooseberry. There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
No bones.
No bones.
Bones.
What percentage of people have a 13th
Not Marilyn
rib?
Manson. Yeah, you guys get that?
12%.
3%.
2%.
9.
It is 0.5%. And I thought it was interesting. I thought it would be down below would be the 13th, but it's a cervical rib.
Really?
It's like up top. But it can cause a whole lot of issues. So they end up having to move it because it messes with a lot of the
Interesting.
circulation.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Yeah, because it's. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
Huh.
See.
I don't like that, looking at that image.
Yeah.
That makes me uncomfortable.
This is not a category of bones. Long bones, short bones, flat bones, or round bones.
Flat.
Now I get my round bone and a flat bone and short of
I
it.
think round bones.
I hear Chris doesn't have any long bones. Oh. I'm going to say round bones. That makes. What?
Round bones? That's pretty funny.
I'm saying round bones.
Flat
Wouldn't that
bones.
just, what does that
Look at your
describe
head.
someone's
Round.
You
disc?
don't get much
Like,
rounder than that.
It's not
a
one
vertebrae?
bone. Though. It's like a. I don't know. Is that considered a bone? Your skull's a bone?
It is your cranium.
I'll say
Right, but
flat.
is it one bone, really? Because you got a jaw.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a separate bone.
Right.
It's got a bone, yeah.
It's your mandible. I'm going round bones. Round bones.
Them bones.
Round bones are the fake ones. The fourth category is irregular.
Oh, you're
Yeah, so they're
coccyx.
short,
These are all like
long,
Star
flat,
Wars
curved,
character
irregular.
names.
Round bone.
Maxilla
Boyd,
xenomorph.
Palatine,
Zygomatic.
Inferior nasal concha-
Palatine.
Darth Hyoid.
vertebrae,
Inferior nasal
Sacrum.
concha.
zygomatic. Maxilla.
I gotta play more Operation. I'll get better at this.
That was fun.
That was fun.
I'm gonna take my round bones and go.
All right. Well, thank you, Rebecca. That was a good game. Time to move on and do some listener feedback. So here we go.
From when?
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we checked out Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies, and when I say last week, I mean last episode, which was like 8 months ago. Dava Black, an interesting idea that was poorly put together, like McMahon's face.
Oh, God.
Oh, sick.
That is a pretty good burn.
Alternate
Did
title.
you guys watch that movie?
What, Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies? Yeah.
Did you like it?
No.
Aaron, did you watch it?
Part of it.
Liar.
I couldn't.
AJ, did you watch
the whole
it?
thing.
I did not watch it.
Fucking losers. All right, continue, Spo.
Alternate title from Dava here, Old Wrestlers versus Zombies.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Just not a fan of the franchise.
Did you know the
Marilyn,
people
yeah.
in the movie, Spo?
I knew Roddy Piper and I knew Hacksaw Jim Duggan,
Okay.
and that was it. I hadn't heard of the franchise before, but
Okay.
Marilyn Knepper fell off the BMN wagon during the holidays, but she's back.
Right in
The
time
old
for
man
our-
fell off the wagon.
for
I
our-
for us to take our leave.
The whole podcast. Just,
There's not
we
even
were
a
all at
wagon
AA
anymore.
meetings. Trying to get
It
this
has
thing back
been
together.
2 weeks since I talked about a bad movie. She says, thanks for Mary Dickmas and Red Scorpion. Awesome stuff.
Man, those are fun.
She skipped the Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies, but might check it out. Don't check it out. Hacksaw Jim
okay.
Duggan was a badass
You don't
when he
need
was
to.
in Mid-South Pro Wrestling
Aw,
before
man.
WWF. There's a video on YouTube of Piper breaking a bottle over his head when he was in Portland. That's awesome.
Jeez.
I saw the Hacksaw Jim Duggan at a comics convention one time.
That's cool.
When you say comics, you mean like comedy or do you mean like comic?
Comic books.
Like comic books. Yeah, it was the
Okay.
Philadelphia one. Mike D. Love wrestling and zombie movies, but mixed together, not so much. Plus, Piper was the only one I liked on this movie. Never liked Douglas, and he called himself the franchise because he thought he was on the level of the Flairs and Hogans, and he isn't.
Oh shit! I don't know what any means, but
Shots
Oh,
fired.
that's bad. That's what it is.
Fired. That's a Saltburn.
That's this year's phrase for sure. Joe McDonald. This movie was a massive disappointment for a bunch of people whose job it is to be charismatic and athletic. Only one guy was the wrestler with the braids, and the rest were just boring to watch. It's because they were all old and aching, probably.
Yeah.
Couldn't move
There was a
anymore.
good movie in there. Keep the voodoo stuff. Just get some people that show off their talent and go crazy. I thought the zombies were bad too. It was like people with yellow face paint.
It was a really bad movie.
It was bad. Jesse Magers, what an incredible amount of butt rock.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris, you called it new metal. I would classify it more as
Yeah,
butt
you're
rock.
right. You're right.
I inexplicably got into wrestling in my late 30s, so I made myself finish the movie. It's a chore, though. Fun show.
how does that happen? How do you get into wrestling in your mid
your
30s? I
late
see growing
30s,
up with
yeah.
it and everything. I could understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched it when I was a little kid, like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, that kind of era. And then I watched a little bit in high school, late 90s, with The Rock and Mankind and all those guys.
Because you could smell what they were cooking, and you're
I
like,
could smell
kinda
what they
wanna-
were cooking.
wanna
I
watch
saw
this.
The Rock at Hershey Park Arena. It was awesome. But yeah. Paul Lilienthal, be sure to stay for Skeleton Man's awesome credits stinger. Paul.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, Paul. That's
Remember,
cheers. Cheers, man.
remember Secrets of the Clown?
Oh, that was
This
a
is,
good
way, this is way
movie.
worse than that.
That was great.
Was it though? Was it?
That was a terrible movie. That was better
It
than
was. Skeleton Man Skeeto?
this. Skeletoskeeto?
This Mansquito is like a
Mansquito
million
is-
times better than
yeah.
this.
Skeleton Man Coast? I don't know. Can we do something
Is that like
Skeleton
the Gold
Coast.
Coast or something? What?
like the Mosquito Coast, but instead it's about Skeleton Man.
Is there a
I actually have no idea what Mosquito Coast is about. I've never seen that movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay.
Amazing. It's
Is
got
it?
Harrison Ford in it.
Is it better than Saltburn?
Of course it is. The movie's garbage.
It kind of has the same sensibilities about it, I would say.
Harrison
So
Ford
jizz
does
tub?
this ring.
Does anyone lick a jizz tub?
That's a phrase you never want to hear in your life, like ever.
Harrison, lick this jizz tub.
And then fuck the ground.
Oh yeah, he fucks the ground too. That's the movie. So
That
and
was
then at the end, they're
memorable
like
scene.
dance around the house naked with your dick out
Oh,
for
it's
no reason.
amazing.
What are you gonna do when you have lots of money? It's the only thing left to do.
No,
I do
that's
that every
dumb.
day after work,
That's
Chris.
fucking
You don't
dumb.
do that?
It was so
that's
dumb.
like you 5 minutes before the show. Like what?
I do not get naked ever. I don't want to.
We have seen you many times in the background naked. Thank you, sir.
You see what
Yeah.
you see
You
what
guys
you want to
scratched
see.
your butt.
Sir.
There was at least once.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever. Dog.
Matthew Pfeiffer. Chris's movie idea was basically already made a reality. I don't remember what your idea was, Chris. 'Cause it was
What
like
was his
8 weeks
idea?
ago. It's
Oh,
called.
it was to take like he was taking some experimental steroid or something to win this big match, and it makes him go crazy. And
Oh yeah, that was a good idea.
yeah.
Well, apparently it was already made. It's called The Manson Brothers Midnight Zombie Massacre.
Sounds awful.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's-
essentially exactly what
yeah.
Chris put together
Maybe
for
we
a
should watch it though.
Put it on
As
the
we
wiki.
will.
He says it's okay, not great, not terrible. It does have D.B. Sweeney in a small role.
Okay. All right.
I don't
Fire
know who
in the
D.B.
sky?
Sweeney is. Do we know?
He was Beta Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Beta
That's a
Paul-
great
I
way to
love
put it.
Paul Rudd, by
Yeah.
the way. Yeah, he kind of looks like Paul Rudd. That does it for our listener feedback on Pro Wrestler Zombies. If you want to talk about Skeleton Man for some reason, you can leave a comment down in the comments.
Leave a comment, folks.
I'll read it next time. Comments help the show. Liking, subscribing, all that jazz. Join the Patreon.
And leave us a voicemail too.
You can leave us a voicemail on bad-movie-night.com. You can join us on Patreon. Talk to us on Slack. Share your amazing stories.
All right.
See the pictures Irene shares.
We have a wheel, and this is episode 363.
Is this the religious will?
Jesus.
Oh boy,
All right.
it's the airplane wheel, isn't it?
How do I show? How do I share this? Is a presentation?
363
There's
episodes.
screen at the bottom, dude.
How do I
What?
do this?
Oh, share screen. Okay, I was looking at.
Yeah, the one that has a picture of a screen.
All right. You know what? I don't like your attitude. Okay. All right, we got the wheel. I don't know what's on here. Let's just spin
boy.
this bad boy.
Christy.
Witchcraft.
What happens?
And I think we
A lot
agreed
of
that we're
toenails.
watching Witchcraft next week, right?
Well, Chris wasn't here for that.
No, I literally was. You weren't here, you dumbasses. It was the
What?
which it was
What?
the
We talked
wrestler
about it in the
movie.
pre-show.
You weren't
Yeah.
here. We were talking about it. We said we got to get it over with.
We already decided all that.
Well, we're
So
already finished.
Chips is Witchcraft 47 or
It's
whatever the hell
fun.
it is.
17.
Skeleton Man
16.
2. Come on.
There it is.
All right.
It is.
Get it over
Decided.
with.
Finish
End
the
of
series.
Witchcraft.
Thank goodness. I'm so done with that shit.
We
That's
made
the
it.
Witchcraft.
What's the subtitle of the last one?
Witchcraft 17.
16.
Fooled you.
16.
It'll have a 15-minute
Hollywood
redux of the
Coven.
one before it.
Yeah.
Hollywood Coven.
Can it have Casper
Trailer.
Van Dien in it? Because
You think it'll have a yoga studio with a dirty floor?
I hope it
Find
takes
out.
place in the yoga studio and that what's his name comes back.
I mean,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
they already killed one.
Studio.
It's just gonna bring every Will Spanner
that
back.
would be awesome.
I am a ghost
it's like the Flash
actor.
movie.
Are you guys ready?
No.
Sure.
Check out
Why not?
Witchcraft 16.
Why not?
Ooh, this is already good. It's a different production company.
The longest running film series. Just standing here.
What is this trailer? This is way better than anything.
This is gonna be good.
It's like footage from like Rome cut in for some reason.
Oh, they're like making a movie in this one.
It's officially
It's
weird.
gonna get really
We
meta.
got two cast members getting gigs and then disappearing right before the shoot date. Doesn't that seem kind of fishy to you?
You do one Crystal Force movie and you're done.
Oh boy.
Just for that, I'm going to kill your character off first in the rewrite.
Rewrite.
The script caught on fire. Dude, this looks fucking awful.
I don't know, guys. I kind of like want to watch this movie.
At least there's like real titles instead of just like JPEGs cut in.
Oh,
They should have let the guy who cut the trailer edit the film.
Yeah.
So much better than
It's too expensive.
Can we just get that guy? At least it'll look like a real movie.
I can give you
soon.
30 minutes, guys.
All right.
guys. That trailer had 28 views.
How long did that movie come out? Jesus
So you're
Christ.
saying our podcast will have more views than
Oh
the
my
trailer for the
God.
film?
Wow.
It's a good thing we're watching.
Hey, we
Finally,
did something.
Jesus. All right, next week, Witchcraft 16, Hollywood Coven.
Witchcraft Saga comes to an end.
Right.
It is available on Tubi, but if you want the good shit, I think you gotta find it elsewhere.
I don't need the
Amazon, I
good shit.
think,
I'm good with
has it.
I
Tubi.
don't even think there's been scenes in the last two,
Yeah.
have there?
Yeah, there
Like
has.
hot scenes?
Yeah, there has. But if you
There
just
has?
choose to
Maybe
not
I'm watching it
engage,
on Tubi.
you're
Maybe.
missing the good shit. This movie has 1 rating on Amazon. and
What rating?
It's got a 1 star.
Well, at least
And
we know it's not the director.
and they did not. They
was
did
the
not
director's
leave
mom.
any words. It just gave it a 1.
All right, I can't.
That probably
wait.
was the director. Like, number 1 is best.
See, Sean says he'll put an uncut version in Slack.
See, there you go. You
Ooh.
gotta join the Patreon and get the good stuffs.
That's all right.
Guys,
Sean is our uncut member.
next week is the end of the Witchcraft.
Oh,
Years and
oh
4
no,
years. When did we
Chris.
start
Thank
these?
goodness.
We started
Oh,
this
no.
in 2021.
Oh my
Off.
god.
Wow.
Finally, the Witchcraft series comes to an exciting conclusion with Witchcraft 16 Hollywood Coven.
And we're starting up Witch House, right? Witch House.
We're not starting Witch House, are we?
Come on, man. There's 3 of them.
Can we skip the witch
good.
thing for a while? Pick something else.
No, we're gonna start
No.
that thing that somebody put in Slack. It had like 12 movies or 15 movies. It was like 11 or something. I don't know.
We just do gargoyle movies for a
11,
while.
11,
Oh,
11,
we're not-
12, 12, 12.
Yeah.
We can do gargoyle girls, Chris.
Gargoyles.
You guys
That
say
was
that as like
great.
a
It's
Jersey
a
guy?
great movie.
It was a great movie. No, what we need is another long-running series.
Do we really?
Do we though? Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
need
we're
that.
doing Witch House.
I thought we were gonna
No.
watch movies that people actually wanted.
Yeah,
to
what
watch.
the fuck?
What happened there? What happened
the
with that?
goal.
It's almost February.
We're adding
right?
that.
It's
That's going to
February.
be a section on the wheel.
We're
That's
gonna
all.
watch Twilight. I thought.
Oh,
I don't care. I'd rather watch that than
Yeah.
Witch
And
House.
then we
Well,
were
I
gonna
wanna watch
50
Wild
Shades
Wild
of
West.
Grey.
And then
I'll watch
50
Wild
Shades
Wild
of Grey.
West. Wow, wickety, wow, wow, wickety,
Wow,
wee,
wow, wow, wow. Yeah.
You know it's going to hold up. Come on.
Oh my god. We'll be like, man, Skeleton Man was so much better than Wild
Keep that
Wild
movie
West.
staying out your mouth.
Skeleton Man meets Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
There you go.
Demonic
movie.
Toys or Puppet
Both have
Master.
horses.
Demonic Toys or Puppet Master says somewhat dweeb.
Yeah, those will get views.
Yeah, Puppet
for sure.
Master is good though.
I thought we did
Like, the
Demonic
first three are
Toys.
awesome.
The first
Oh no, we did.
We did Demonic Toys versus Puppet Master or something.
No. It was,
Yeah, we did that, Spiv.
Tiny
Oh,
Tim
that's cool.
Timerson. Tiny
had
Tim
Tiny
Yeah,
Timerson
that was fun.
That was
Those
a
were
fun
good
one.
ones though.
versus the Demonic Toys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next week, the Witchcraft. That's it then. Then
All right,
Done.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
It is.
You know what?
finished.
Comment on YouTube, folks, and we'll get some ideas going.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're back. That was it. That was this week's episode covering The Skeleton Man. Feel like it was a mess, but that's okay. We're a little rusty. We
Chris,
haven't been
it
here for a
always
while.
is. You act like it is not normally this
No,
way.
you know what? I
We
will
are
say.
always a professional.
You know what I will
polished
say?
production,
That
guys.
week where it was just me and Rebecca and I think Lindsay
Yeah.
and Spiv was
Yeah.
the wrestling movie.
Yeah.
That's a pro
It
wrestler.
was. It was a
versus
pretty
zombies.
smooth episode.
It was a
Okay.
very smooth episode.
Don't threaten me with a good time of not having to show up to this shit show.
I'm just saying.
I'll gladly
I'm
get a
not-
couple hours of my life back.
I'm not pointing fingers at any particular people. I'm just saying that it was a smooth episode.
If I recall, the best episodes were the ones where Chris was not on it because everyone got so positive and
No,
upbeat.
AJ, no, because Dial Help was the
Those
biggest
were the
shit show
longest episodes
all
of my
time.
life.
I was not on Dial Help.
It was
Exactly.
a great movie, though. It was a
It
great
was.
movie. If
It
you
was.
guys
But
haven't
that
watched
episode-
it yet,
Guys,
check it out.
All right.
Train wreck.
That's it. That is it for this week's episode, guys, on The Skeleton Man. If you liked it, please go to the iTunes, leave a review. That helps out the show. We haven't checked for those in a long time, but at some point we will, and we want to see your face or name associated with the review. Give it a 1 out of 5 or give it a 5 out of 5. I don't care. Just leave your review
do
and let us
something.
know what you think of the podcast.
Yes, give us a 1 out of 5.
Better than a 0 or better than nothing. Right,
Yep,
AJ?
nothing since March of 2023.
Then, like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That helps us out
That does.
a lot.
We
And
got
then we'll
58
catch you
ratings.
next week, guys. When we talk about Witchcraft. Spiv, did I interrupt you while I was hosting? I'm so sorry.
I just said woot woot. That's all.
Oh, that's great. Great little conjecture.
I'm the hype
Is that
man.
what that is? Conjecture? Am I a lawyer now?
No.
Is this?
That's not what the word.
You're
looking
out of
for.
order. You're
This
out.
is not the word you're looking for, Chris.
Are you? I object. Objection. Anyways,
We got to end this.
We are ending this now. That is
Wrap
it.
it
We will catch
up.
you
Cut
next week, guys.
it out.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Bad Movie Night Podcast.
Spiv, Spiv, Spivvy, Spiv. His name is Spiv.
Hard.
Scratch. Spiv.
We got the red light on for me.
Turn that red light on. Spivvy.
What did I walk into?